Hi besties, it's Max. Today we are going to be having a brand focused video and it's going to be on Juliette as a G. So in this video, I'm actually going to be trying so many new scents from Juliette as a G, but I'm also going to give you my rating on all of these scents that I've actually tried before trying the ones that I'm trying live in this video. So I just got myself from the Juliette as a G website this discovery set, and this is actually the Ode to Dullness discovery set because this contained the most scents that I've never tried. And I also have some other samples of other scents on here, and I also have like 3 big bottles of the fragrance that I've already tried and loved and bought myself. So first we are going to start with the few scents that I've actually tried and give you my thoughts and my rating on all of them, and then we are going to move on to discovering all of the other scents that I've never tried and give you my live reaction of them. So the first we're going to start with is Not a Perfume. Everyone seems to be talking about it, saying it's like their favorite and stuff, so I was super excited. I ended up trying it on like a short form video and I ended up not really picking it up, like sadly. I think maybe something's wrong with my nose, I don't know, but like this is kind of a weird perfume because it only has one note, which is Citylax. So I don't know, maybe it's just me, but thankfully actually on the discovery set that I bought, I have another 5 ml of it. But I think I would actually try this off camera, but so far I was not impressed. But people say it's like a really ambery scent, a very skin enhanced scent. I think I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. Then we are moving on to Powder Love, and I actually like this one. Like those are all of the notes. I really like Powder Love actually, so I'm almost out of my 5 ml trying out. I think this is definitely worth a big bottle. This one is a really powdery, hairy but still sweet scent. The cotton candy makes it so interesting. This is kind of to me like an elevated version of an Ariana Grande scent, because like the DNA for almost all Ariana Grande fragrances is like this cotton candy note, and this has it, and this actually smells to me like the Ariane Cherry except from Ariana Grande without the cherry. It's like this powdery, almondy, sweet cotton candy scent. It's airy, it's feminine, it's cute, it's fluffy. I'm going to give you a 7 out of 10, and honestly, yeah, I really see myself buying a big bottle of this one. Now we are moving on to Vanilla Vibes. If I have it in my hands in a big bottle, it means that I loved it. So this is a really unique and interesting, clean take on vanilla to me, and that's the reason that I got it. It doesn't smell like any other vanilla that I have. I really love this one. It's like refreshing, it's hairy, it's a beautiful vanilla. It really does smell like you just put yourself some vanilla when you're sun tanning and you still have the salt from the ocean on you, but you still smell the vanilla. Like this salty note makes it smell like a dry, clean vanilla. It's really unique from everything else that I had in my collection, so I was like, this is definitely worth getting a big bottle. About longevity though, this one does not last that long on me. I know not everyone is looking for like a really big small perfume. This one is more like a hairy scent, and maybe that's the Juliette has a G DNA actually, but this one lasts around midday for me, even though I tend to overspray. And for this one I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 because I love this one so much. Moving on to Banana Rush. This is actually the scent that got me into Juliette as a G. The first time that I tried it, I was on vacation and I really liked it, and then I wore it and I was like, it's cute, but I wish the banana lasted longer, but it's still a beautiful scent. I made a review on it on my channel if you're interested, a dedicated review of it. And the more I've worn it after this video, the more I've actually tend to like it so much. The banana actually stays a bit longer than I actually thought at first. This is such a beautiful, really sugary maple syrup banana. It's a really sweet scent, but like for whatever reason, it does not give me the ick. It's not nauseating to me. It's like a beautiful, really long-lasting, beautiful banana, caramelized banana scent. And I love it so much that maybe you can see on here, but I have a candle of this fragrance. On my nose, I have a 9 out of 10 for this perfume. This is getting a 10 out of 10. Like the bottle is absolutely stunning. I love a banana perfume. This is really well executed. This smells beautiful. This lasts long. If I ever finish this one, I will definitely get it in 100 ml. Then we are moving on to the last one that I've tried, and that, as you can see, I also have. So this is actually the first Juliette as a G fragrance that I've tried. I think I wore this like maybe 3 or 4 times in my 5 ml and I was almost out. When I got myself 50 ml of Banana Rush, I was like, this one definitely needs a 50 ml too. This one is a beautiful artificial strawberry scent. It's really, really sweet. It's a really intense scent too. But like the strawberry take on it is really interesting. And I already have my Kylie Young Bougie Marshmallow that I love so much. This one is pretty different to that one. This is like an artificial strawberry, a really, really sweet artificial strawberry that's not hairy at all. But I don't find this super creamy. Maybe the reason why I agree on people saying it doesn't smell like ice cream and it was really misleading. But do I care? Girl, no. This is a really beautiful, long-lasting strawberry scent. I love it. For the rating, this one gets a 9 out of 10. Now moving on to the scents that I have not tried. So we're going to open this one and I'm going to show you every scent that actually it contains. Quick ASMR moment if you care. So as I said, this is the Ode to Dullness set. On this one, we are going to have not a perfume 5 ml. We have Ode to Dullness. Really excited about this one. We have Lust for Sun. We have Magnolia Bliss. We have Pear Inc. Then we have Vanilla Vibes. This is the only one that I've tried out of the set. And then we have Mmmm, whatever. I don't understand this name. It's kind of a bit irritating to say. And then we have Musc Invisible. So we are going to start with Ode to Dullness. So Ode to Dullness is supposed to be a really, really woody anise perfume. Really excited about this anise note. I'm really liking this. Wow, I really love this anise note. And I think the most that I'm picking up right now is the anise and the tonka bean. I'm not picking that much woodiness right now. This is definitely my type of scent, and it actually also doesn't smell like anything that I have in my collection right now. The tonka bean actually makes it kind of a rich smell, and it's kind of nostalgic to me. So far, first impressions, I definitely would give this like an 8 out of 10, 7, 8 out of 10. I need to wear this full day to decide if I want a big bottle of this one. But I definitely see myself buying a big bottle of this type of scent. So, and we're moving to Lust for Sun. Okay, so Lust for Sun is supposed to be a more summery take, and it's supposed to have coconut and some other notes. This is going to be a fresh one thanks to the bergamot. Okay, let's give her a spray. Definitely picking up some white flowers. This is like the main thing that I'm picking up right now. Oh, this is really, really forward on the white flowers. Definitely smells like spring. It doesn't really smell like summer to me. Like, I'm not getting that much coconut from the top notes right now. I'm not really in love with it. To me, this is a bit too sharp of a white flower for my liking. Maybe the ylang ylang is a bit too much. I don't pick up much orange blossom. I'm mostly picking up like jasmine right now. This is like the star of the show. Maybe you need to let this dry a bit more to get the coconut, but it's supposed to be on the top notes, so I'm a bit like, If I were to get this a rating for my liking, it's going to be like a 5. Moving on to Magnolia Bliss, and I'm really excited for this one because I think it has some citruses and I love a citrus. So I'm expecting a citrusy floral perfume, which sounds really good to me right now. Right now, I'm picking up the citruses, I'm picking up a greenness to it and a floral, so I think I'm picking up the Magnolia. It kind of smells like refreshing, it smells like a spring, it smells like a greeny, citrusy, white flower. Maybe it's the nectarine, but I'm getting hits of a Deja Vu White Flower by Kylie from this scent. The citrus adds something really, really interesting to this blend. I like this one. Not exactly my cup of tea or like the type of scent that I like to wear. So I think if I give this a rating, it will be around, I would say 6.5 out of 10. Moving on to Pear Inc. This one looks to be a faint favorite. I saw so many people saying this is their favorite scent. So as its name says, this is going to be a pear forward fragrance. Now let's try. I love a pear scent. I like this. This is cute. This is like straightforward pear. I think Ambroxan makes it like wearable and like round and a bit dense. This smells to me like a shampooy pear, not in a bad way at all. I think this smells good. Do I see myself spending that much money for a big bottle because Juliette as a G fragrances are a bit expensive? I don't think so, because to me this is a bit too simple for a scent, but I like this. If I were to give this a rating, I would give this a 7 out of 10. I like it. It's what it's supposed to give. It's cute. It's fruity. And moving on to Mmmm whatever. This name is so bad. Like I feel so cringe saying it right now. but this is supposed to be a powdery sweet scent. Definitely excited to try it. The bottle looks absolutely stunning. Really love the bottle. I see many flowers, so I think this might be a bit too floral for me. Maybe the base would make it like more wearable for me. I don't know. This doesn't want to be sprayed. Okay. Wait! Oh my god, I was not expecting that. I'm liking this. I think I was right. The base notes, I think I'm getting like, yeah, I'm definitely getting vanilla. This is a really sweet scent. This is sweet, floral, and it actually reminds me of the Lolita Lempica scent. Kind of had the smell elements. I really like this. Oh my god, I was not expecting that at all. This name is so annoying. I don't want to have this in my collection. The name is so annoying, but I like the smell. This is beautiful. I think I like this one even more than O2 Dullness. This better not be discontinued because I need to use my 30 US coupon, okay? Wow. This is getting an 8 out of 10 right now, and if I wear this and if I like it and if it's long lasting and not nauseous to me, this is getting like a 9 or a 10. This is gorgeous, love it. Now, let's try another one. Musc Invisible. I love a musk. Like for reference, my favorite musky scent is Musk 12 by Kelly. I swear by this. Maybe this is going to be her little sister. Let's see. I like it. This is comparable to Musk 12, but inside of the lotus you have jasmine. So I think the flowers inside of this one is a bit stronger, but not by much. It's cute. Again, will I see myself getting a full bottle? I don't know if I already have Musk 12, but I really see the appeal of them having like a pure musk scent in their lineup. I like this. 7 out of 10. Let's try Lili Fantasy. So I got this 5 ml of it and I tried it yesterday. And I liked it. Really straightforward on the tuberose. The bubble gum I wish was a bit more noticeable. You get it at first, it makes it like a bit candier, sweeter. What I like about it though is that it kind of has the same base as the Miami Shake. I kind of get the same base as like Miami Shake, but with more flowers. I like this one. Do I see myself wearing this one or like buying a big bottle? I don't think so. A bit too flawed for me. I give this a 6.5 out of 10. Then moving on to Juliette. I tried this yesterday, but I'm going to try this again. Yesterday when I tried it, I was a bit disappointed because I was expecting something a bit similar to one of my favorite Kelly's ever, the Love Fest Burning Cherry. And this one, I think maybe it's the pink pepper. I think this is a bit too sharp for me. So this is going to be a really pink peppery cherry scent. Yeah, I'm kind of getting a headache right now just by smelling it. Just like I did yesterday. I could not really distinguish that cherry scent. Like to me, the notes around it make too much noise. So I give this a 6 out of 10. Not a fan, but if you love pink pepper, if you love white flowers, and if you want a cherry scent too, you're going to love it. Moving on to Sunny Side Up. I love the bottle, so I want it already, but if it doesn't smell good, no. So for Sunny Side Up, this is supposed to be really woody, coconutty fragrance. Let's try it. The bottle is so cute. I want to love this because of the bottle, but I'm not getting much. I like this. But I have to be honest with you, I think my nose is a bit tired of smelling that many scents. Okay, my nose has been breathing. I'm getting this sweet, woody coconut. I was expecting something better, something more boom in your face. I like this one. Is it worth a big bottle? I don't think so, but it's good. Now moving on to the new Madeleine Imperiale. I actually did a video of it last week, so if you are interested, you can watch this review on my channel right now. I did not really like it, sadly. So this reminds me a lot of the Invite Only by Kelly, but it's way drier and less sweet, and it actually has this tiny bit of a rubbery tire smell to me. I think it's the saffron. I'm not really a fan of saffron. I think it's way too sharp for me. Like it kind of throws me off. The Madeleine inside of this one sadly doesn't last that long, which could have been the appeal of this fragrance. This is a really honey oud perfume. This is really woody. Like the first thing that you're going to smell with this one is the oud, which is really strong. This is a beast mode perfume. If you like Invite Only by Kelly and you don't mind something drier or sharper, you will like this one. So I give this one a 5 out of 10. I just picked up my Moscow Mule. This is a 7.5 ml that I got off Vinted. Let's try it. I'm really excited. I love a citrus so much. Definitely pick up this lemon and this lime right now. Those are the only two that I'm picking up, but it's a pretty musky scent. I'm liking this. I'm picking up a really citrusy musk, and I don't have any citrusy musk in my collection. Pretty straightforward of a scent. I've never actually tried a Moscow Mule. I know it's a cocktail. I feel like this is kind of perfect to grab after the shower. If I were to give this a rating right now, I think I would give this like a 7. I like it. So to conclude, the new ones that I've loved so much were the Ode to Dullness and the Mmmm whatever. But I think the Mmmm whatever is going to win. I need to wear this. I need to wear like almost all of them at least one day before making my decision. But the Mmmm whatever is so good. I love this. So that's it for this video. I hope you found this informative. I hope you liked it. I hope it makes you have a better like comprehension of most of their smells. They have so many scents. I think they have like maybe 10 that I've not tried so far yet. I really like this brand. I like what they do. So I'm definitely excited to see what is going to be my next purchase. I really hope by this video you were also able to find maybe your newest scent, or if you just want to get into Juliette as a G, you were able to actually find the ones that you are the most interested in with my reactions or the notes or whatever. Please consider subscribing if you are interested in this type of video. On my channel, I do mostly fragrance stuff, and I also do pop music, vinyl stuff, unboxings and whatever. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.